What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back here with another Godzilla figure review. Guys, today we finally have the Destroy All Monsters Round 1 set from Mezco in their 5 points XL line. This guy's got some awesome figures. Let's jump right in. Alrighty, guys, starting with the box, we'll take a quick peek at it. Pretty similar to the last one at the 5 points XL. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Round 1 this time. Set is missing Manda. Would have been cool if we got him. Top looks pretty cool, simple and clean. Here's our side 1. Side 2, pretty basic stuff. Bottom's pretty easy. I like the Godzilla logo again. Here is barcode if you want to use that for whatever. And then here is the back with our set list. So we got Godzilla comes with 2 pairs of interchangeable arms, 2 interchangeable heads, and 1 heat ray effect. Rodan comes with an additional head, and he also comes with a flight stand. It took me a minute to figure out what the heck that piece was for. Mothra comes with her web effects, Mothra larva, and Akira, comes with an extra head. Guys, let's take a quick look at these figures. They are really, really fun. Move the camera down here. Let's start with the king. We'll start with Godzilla. So Godzilla and Rodan come with the base stands, Akira and Mothra do not. I kind of wish, while they don't need the base stands, I do wish they came with them because it would have just made the set kind of look a little cleaner together with because everyone else has a base stand. But anyways, here is our Godzilla from Destroy All Monsters. The arms came a little weird, so I had to push those in a bit. But the paint on these is pretty darn good. Again, I wish the teeth could look a little nicer. See if we can focus in on those. The teeth are a little sloppy looking, but the face from the front looks pretty darn good. I definitely am a fan of it. The spines look really nice. I love this color on them. It looks really cool, like the gray kind of weird fuzz in there. And I love the color of Godzilla overall. I think they did a really good job on him. The claws look great. I love those hand claws. Check out those bad boys. Feet claws look great as well. Obviously, this being the 5 points XL set, we're going to get head, arm, leg in the articulation world. The feet do have those little holes on them, so we can stand them up on his base. Godzilla also, focusing, maybe, comes with a heat ray effect. It looks pretty darn nice. It's kind of like a nice icy blue. There it is. Looks great, and it does, as you saw earlier, have a little piece, and it pairs with this head that we have from Godzilla. You can see back there, he's got a little hole. This has a little pointy, just plugs it right in, pretty easy. I'm glad it's easy, and it actually looks really good and stays in pretty well. You can give him some movement, and that beam effect does not go anywhere. Let's take a quick look at Godzilla's other effects. So we can pop off the beam head, and we'll pop off the arms with the open hands, and take a look at the Godzilla with the closed mouth. It's cool to get a closed mouth head. Not a lot of Godzilla things are closed mouth because I guess if you only had one option. Looks like some paint scuffing here. Camera's freaking out because I'm going close and I'm going far, but definitely got some paint errors here on the arm. So we can plug in, take a look at kind of the more closed hands and the closed mouth on Godzilla. I definitely am a fan of the open mouth more, and the hands, I probably like the open hands a little bit better, but I might decide to mix and match them. Guys, that's enough on the king here. Let's scoot him on back to the back here and take a look at, next up, Akira. 2 heads again. Let's take a look at him with the open mouth. He looks great. I love these spines. They look really, really cool. Mezco just knocked this out of the park. I wish this line down the middle of his back wasn't so obvious. Could have done a better job hiding that, I think. But it looks great. I really like the tail with these spread out spines. It looks super unique. Classic leg pose and the weird goofy run around on his knees look. And he will have arm articulation, kind of. The arms don't really have anywhere to... Oh, there we go. I just had to kind of break a paint seam or something. That was weird. I was beginning to think arms didn't have articulation. These are fresh out of the box. I'm starting this review right after I did my unboxing. So Akira, looks great. You can get a little bit of closing on the mouth if you want. This guy's teeth look a lot better than Godzilla's, I think. Granted, he doesn't have as many of them, but they look a little more individually sculpted. I love the front two with the bigger ones. The eyes look good. He doesn't look too bad from the front, which is nice, because a lot of times Godzilla figures look kind of weird from the front angle. He's got the crazy bent down lower lip. Anguirus' colors are just really, really awesome. Anguirus and Godzilla have some really, really clean colors, and I definitely am a huge fan. The head, there it goes. Let's pop that bad boy off and check out the closed mouth. Fortunately, these pieces are all really pretty easy to interchange. So there's our closed mouth Anguirus. Which one do you guys like better? Let me know in the comments. Same with Godzilla. Are we liking the closed mouth or the open mouth better? There is Anguirus with the closed mouth. I actually think the closed mouth looks pretty darn good. I probably like the open a little better, but the closed is definitely nice. I really love his big eyes. Looks really nice. Focus up, please. There we go. Look at this figure. Looks really good. I wish we had tail articulation. It seemed like it would have been pretty easy to do, but then Mezco would have lied to us and given us 6 points of articulation. Next up is Mothra. It does come with this web netting effect. Pretty cool. It's got a long little piece in there, and it actually, when I tried to put it in for the first time, it kind of freaked me out because it wouldn't go in straight, and I didn't want to force it and break it. But this web effect looks pretty nice, pretty basic, just kind of a white glob of whatever, but it looks fine for what it is. You can definitely tell what it is if you know what it's supposed to be. So that's nice. And then here is Mothra. I do wish we got a second head for Mothra so we could have the one that's looking up, as well as one looking kind of straight on, where she's a little flatter. That would have been nice, but these legs down here on the bottom definitely could have been a little better sculpted, I think, because these are all supposed to be little leg type deals. So those definitely could have been sculpted a little bit nicer. But aside from that, this Mothra looks really nice. Take a look at that face. Looks pretty darn awesome. Let's see if we can find the 5 points of movement on Mothra. So there's one. And where the heck are the others? What's that noise? What is happening? Does Mothra have beans in her? I'm not tripping, right? That's like... Okay. So Mothra's got beans. Use Mothra as a shaker. That's not bad. So trying to find the other points of articulation, I'm being unsuccessful. In this, trying to see these extra legs are articulate. You can kind of bend them, but it seems like we only have 1 point of articulation on Mothra, so we are kind of gypped. They could have given us an extra point of articulation on Anguirus and just taken it from Mothra, because Mothra seems to have no other articulation. Let me know if I'm being crazy and can't find the articulation, but I am only seeing the one piece of articulation on Mothra. Granted, where are you going to put 5 points of articulation? I mean, you could have uselessly spun this tail, or... I'm seriously like, why are there beans? Okay, well there's your Mothra. Looks great. I love the breath effect. Inserts pretty nicely again, stays in pretty well. So that's good. And yeah, that's tripping me out. Why is Mothra actually just a maraca? Okay, guys, Rodan up next. And I was super stoked when I figured out that these pieces go together. So let me just show you. Rodan's base stand's a little different. It has this extra square, and this piece just plugs right in. And then Rodan can actually fly on it. It looks super great. But here is our Rodan. Like I said, I'm sure it's screen accurate. I haven't seen Destroy All Monsters in a while, but I'm sure it's screen accurate. Rodan having these little pointies on his face, but I kind of hate them. They look really weird. But anyways, screen accurate, I guess. Anguirus' tummy looking exactly, oh my gosh, Rodan's tummy looking exactly like Anguirus' back. That's kind of funny. But Rodan looks great. I love his wings look all, you know, textured. Looks good. His horns look good, slicked back like that. His tail's nice. The toe claws, I really love the dark and the light browns that they used to get the differences. Hands look silly, but that's and here's our articulation on Rodan. We got the arms, the legs, and we get some head articulation. We also get a head popping off for this head, kind of more a closed mouth, and he looks more straight up. So obviously his head's not going to look very good when it's just on him. But it will look good when he's in his flight pose. Also, Rodan definitely is not very good at standing, so you really do need to use that peg if you want him to stand. But he will stand fine if you use that peg. Ta-da, and we're out of focus again. But, so the flight stand, though, works really well. I love the pose it sets him to be in. So, he just sits on it like this, and then plop, right there. We gotta raise the camera a little bit so you can see him because he's too tall. But I was super excited that he has this really cool flight pose. I thought that was awesome that they thought of that. Mezco definitely went above and beyond on this set, I think. Really, really awesome. that they have this flight pose and the stand. It just looks so cool. So guys, there is our set number 1. Now you know what we have to do, of course. We'll put some of these effect pieces aside, set them up. We got Godzilla and Ghidorah. Let's get Rodan flying back here. We'll get Mothra up front. And we will bring in Gorosaurus. We're going to have to back everybody up. I don't have enough room. I underestimated myself. Get in Godzilla, baby. Minya. Sneak Baragon back here. And then you know who's in the back. The big bad Ghidorah. There is our whole set. Let's get a little flyby. Sorry if it's kind of shaky cam. Unintentional, of course. But here is the entire Mezco Destroy All Monsters set. Guys, let me know in the comments, did you pick it up? Do you have both sets? Do you like both sets? And who is your favorite out of all 8? That's a really tough call for me. I think all of them have definitely have a good argument for why they are the coolest one. It's really cool to have a Baragon and a Gorosaurus because they're definitely figures that aren't as common. You don't see them as often. They don't get as much love as some of these other guys. The Rodan's awesome because he's got that cool flight stand, and Ghidorah looks so awesome. Ghidorah looks really cool. He's got those awesome beam effects. I love the little smoke rings and the webbing that these guys have at their beam effects, and then Godzilla obviously looks amazing. I definitely like the head that he has with the breath effect better. Definitely a more solid head, I think. I love that breath effect. Really cool. Guys, this has been the Mezco Destroy All Monsters Round 1 set, and here they both are, Round 1 and 2 of the 5 Points XL series. Hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.